Mr. Hamilton.
Yes, my brother.
We spoke about 3 months ago.
We did.
In the preparation for this event. Tell me, from your perspective, has it gone? Successful or not?
There's only one word for it: awesome. It's been a fantastic night. When you have people coming in from as far afield as from Oceania, all the way in New Zealand, 3 from New Zealand. You have people coming in from the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Falklands, Cyprus, Jamaica, Scotland, England, what have you. Mark Lewis Francis and Tasha Danvers breaking, coming up, and yet have to go back and train tomorrow morning and come up to spend time with us and do it. What can you say? I mean, this is the kind of thing that makes you stay up late at night and work hard to deliver the next one. That's what it's all about.
What was the most standout moment for you tonight? I know probably there were a few, but one that kind of touched you and maybe kind of resonated with you a little bit more so than any other award?
The fact that I could see so many of the people who have shared the moment with me for years, being in a position where they can come in now and they can be mingling with, you know, international athletes, international stars. We had the Lord Mayor. You don't get no higher in a city than the Lord Mayor. We had the leader. We had the deputy leader. You know, we had councillors. We had various high commissioners. 10 different high commissioners was here, plus my own high commissioner from Jamaica, graced us with his presence. So when you have a thing like that, that's all the mix. It's like a pot of pea soup. When everything is gel and curry, come down and cook down and that, you know that you have a nice product, and that's what it is.
The Commonwealth Games in India they weren't bestowed with the greatest headlines this year, were they? It looked like it was going to be a farce at one stage, Al. I mean, how pleased are you to see it come through that and lead on to an event such as yours today?
On 2 fronts, because the president of the Commonwealth Games Federation, Mike Fenton, is a personal friend. And to see the kind of pressure that he was put under on the daily grilling by journalists and what have you, different that you just hope, you prayed, you went, you know, you hope that it would then evolve into something that would be memorable, and thank God Almighty it did. And I'll tell you this, I've spoken to a few athletes who have been there. Tonight I spoke to Mark Lewis Francis, and he's saying that Delhi was a fantastic experience. So if the athletes leave with a very good impression, then you have something to live for.
2014. Long way to go before that. Long way to go before the Commonwealth Sports Awards. And you've got the 30th year to celebrate next year. I mean, we've already spoke about whether you thought it would be, you know, 30 years in the offing. It is. Now that this one's over, kind of, are you looking forward to that even more?
Without a doubt. I mean, you know, listen, to reach that milestone, you know, 30 years, and I can tell you exclusively now that what we're going to be doing, we're going to parade 30 former recipients on that night.
So those include?
I'll tell you another time.
But that's the likes of Lennox Lewis,
yes,
Maurice Hope was in the house tonight. There's so many, isn't there?
Listen, Maurice Hope, if you love it, was one of the very first recipients. So to have him here tonight after all these years was another special. Bonnie Johnson, who I covered when I wrote for the Glean and the Caribbean Times and so forth. So there are so many memorable moments, you know. No, it's just, you know, words kind of fail you really on a night like this, Gerald. When you're on a high, you know. Right now I'm on a high, and it's nothing to do with the product that grows in my country.
You've got one place in the world that probably hasn't hosted it, Oceania. It was mentioned tonight.
Yeah.
Are there any plans?
There are possibilities. Yes. Listen, we had 3 people from New Zealand. The CEO of the Commonwealth Games.
They're ready for it, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But like everything else, you know, we've got to take it step by step. There is Birmingham University decided that they want to host it next year, and I think, looking at the link between Jamaica and education and sport and whatever, if the Commonwealth Sports Awards can be a conduit towards assisting that, then I think that's where we should go. I'll tell you this though, exclusively, that come 2012, and beyond. The Commonwealth Sports Awards, with the backing of the Commonwealth Games Federation, will be the vehicle for going into countries that might not be able to host the games financially, to help for them to be able to see outstanding athletes, to hold seminars, you get me, to encourage those youngsters from those countries. So there's a lot to be done.
Usain Bolt's won it 2 years on the trot now.
Yeah, the only athlete to do that.
The only athlete to do that. Al, my money's on him winning it next year and the year after. There's a good chance he's going to win it 4 years on the trot.
There's no chance of him winning it next year.
Sorry?
There's no chance because the voting criteria excludes him. He hasn't done anything.
He didn't compete this year. Right, okay.
Okay.
So,
and for a lot of people, that's a godsend.
Yeah, well it is, because obviously it gives somebody else a look in, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
When you get to an occasion like the 29th, yeah, how pleased are you to see some of those that have stepped up for an award today?
Listen, if Usain Bolt made a statement in Jamaica at the end of September that, listen, the party is over now. As end of September, nothing matters to me now. It's training. And he made that quite clear. And he took time out of his training to send a message to us, saying, listen, hey, hold on. I know you're having a function over here. I can't be with you. Sir Christopher Hoy took time out of the European Championships. No, you don't get no bigger than that. And if these people, even if they're not here physically with you, they're here with you in spirit. And that's what matters.
Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate that.
All the time. Nice one, Joe.